high again. This is the second rule that can help elevate your writing level by making your sentences more smooth. And so this is subordinating conjunctions. This is the middle column of the handout that we're using. And this column includes time clause words like when, while, by the time, after, before, since. So all of those time clause words are included in subordinating conjunctions. Cause and effect words, because, so that. Some other cause and effect words are also, like now that, are considered subordinating conjunctions. And then compare and contrast language like whereas. There's also some words that show contrast like although or even though. So these words are all considered subordinating conjunctions. For examples, I'm going to use the most common two subordinating conjunctions, although and because, so that you can see some example sentences on the board. With subordinating conjunctions, there are two ways to write the sentences. So there's a no comma way, and in this way, you have a clause and then a subordinating conjunction and another clause. Notice that there's no punctuation in the middle of the sentence. We just have to remember to put the period at the end. With a comma, we use the subordinating conjunction at the beginning of the sentence, a clause, and then a comma after the first clause, then a second clause and a period. So this way, we're using that conjunction at the beginning, and after that first clause is over, we need to show that it's over because there's nothing in the middle of the sentence to help us know that that is finished and that we're going on to a new clause. So we use the comma to show that. I have some examples here with because. A lot of people incorrectly use a comma before the word because. This is just because it kind of sounds good to put a comma there, but it's actually not necessarily, and it's really a mistake. So we can use I run because I like exercise. No comma in the middle because our subordinating conjunction is in the middle of the sentence. Because I like exercise, comma, I run. So here we have the cause on one side and the effect on the other side. The cause clause is with because, and at the end of that clause, we need to have the comma to show that it's over and we're starting a new idea. Because I like exercise, comma, I run. Then we have I run because I like exercise. Ooh, I just noticed that you can't see it. Whoop. Okay, I run because I like exercise, and then I have this weird comma here and another subordinating conjunction, although it is hard to run some days. In this sentence, I'm doing something a little special. I'm adding some kind of opinion after the original sentence is finished. So when I use although here, I'm using a comma only because this is some kind of extra opinion or idea about this topic. I run because I like exercise, but my opinion is, although it's hard to run some days. So I want you to know that I have trouble doing this habit, but it's something that is an opinion about the previous sentence. It's extra information about the previous sentence. Sometimes when you're reading, you might see a comma with because. That's probably because that's representing some extra idea or some kind of opinion or something that's adding something to another sentence. So it's not because we have to have a comma with because. In fact, if we have two clauses, we shouldn't have a comma with because when we're using it in the middle. But if we're using because to add an extra idea at the end of a longer sentence, sometimes that comma is appropriate, just like this exercise here. Okay, I'll talk about the third rule in just a minute.